So right off the bat, I want to apologize to all of you guys for not making this video sooner. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the channel supporters out there that are supporting the channel financially, and if you are willing to do so yourself, there is a link in the video description. So with that being said, I am coming back to this particular video, or at least this topic that I needed to cover, and that is the event reward that we're going to get from the event that is currently going on, the Martian mining laser. Now, this is how it comes out of the box with these modifiers, and I'm also going to right click and see more details on this. The handheld Martian mining laser is a powerful tool that operating veins from of ore from surrounding rocks. Among other things, just an ancient mining pick found their way onto the battlefield. The one-handed Martian mining laser has a certain unorthodox effectiveness upon the dubious record of the most confirmed kills among excavating equipment. The primary fire damages foes in a line of lieu of a proc. I don't know how to pronounce this, lieu of a proc, and the secondary fires add hazard to the impact. Lastly, the tertiary firing mode discharges the capacitor from the prongs directly, delivering the electric shock to stone opponent and subject them to do greater damage from the other firing modes. We are definitely going to level this thing up, because that's why we are on the triple testing server. You guys can see it over here. I copied my character over just to do some kind of well, first of all, do some testing on this thing and then level it up, obviously, because we kind of need to see how it does. It says right here, in a cylindrical meter, 25 meter range, discharge, recharge, and an X amount of fire damage. Okay, so this thing does fire damage. Okay, interesting. Skill that affect this ability, so weapon proficiency and combat specialist. Drop some points in that to have these numbers up here, be higher and more effectively, obviously. And maximum burn deals improved damage to all foes in a line that leaves behind hazards in its wake. Okay, hopefully that's going to be some cool visuals according, or at least with associated with this thing. So. Okay, creates a 1.5 meter fire hazard damage for the 5 seconds that sets foes ablaze on fire, dealing fire damage to each second for the next 4 seconds with 50% ship penetration, and the pushback ability, or the tertiary as they call it, discharging electricity into the foes to damage it, placing it in a fragile hold, and amplifying the next attack of the heavy mining laser. Now, which one is that? Okay, so this is the primary. Okay, so it kind of buffs up with the primary. Now, like I said, I'm here at the triple testing server, and the reason why is there is this console up here. No, not this one, the other one. This particular console for testing out stuff, and the real reason is because we're going to be able to get some of these triple tech upgrades. Now, these tech upgrades allow you to level up your items, and they should be somewhere. There we go. These are here, and they basically are just, items to level up your items. R&D stuff.
Comet cocktails.
Sorry about this.
4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes.
Yep, for the next 3 minutes. Anyway, these ammo are just R&D stuff to upgrade all of the items that you need. Now I'm going to use that to upgrade this thing. But first of all, we're going to go to... now, while this thing does fire damage, I'm kind of interested in how it performs versus the Borg. In all previous videos that I normally do, I go to the Vaduar, the Kobali Prime, or the... Genola Dyson Sphere. Those are usually the two battlegrounds that I actually test out weapons, but since this weapon is fire damage, I'm really interested in how it does versus the Borg, if they actually can adapt to fire damage. In previous videos, they kind of did adapt to fire damage, and hopefully not versus the electricity part, but we're going to see that how it is going to play out. So let me get there right now. You are at the Fera. Obviously, we wanted to have some Borgs amongst us, so this is the place to be. Or at least I could fire up a TFO, but then again, I'm going to mess somebody's day by just, you know, not completing the TFO. But anyway, this is let me equip it first. This is the levelless. This is not anything upgraded to the maximum capacity of this thing. Oh, now I'm in combat, so I can't do that anymore. But I'm going to display this thing while I am sorry, while this item is not upgraded. It's just like, you know, coming out of the box, obviously. And I'm going to put it up here, and then I'm going to use all of these ammo that's called in SCO and do some real damage. Now this is the primary and this is the secondary. Why is it not showing up anything? But anyway, fine, whatever. Okay, so that Borg right here, primary. What is it? Okay. Oh, they are adapted to it. Okay, so they can adapt. This is secondary. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, that is beautiful. And this guy's got fire damage. Oh, so nice. Okay. That's awesome. In a line. Oh, that is nice. This thing kind of reminds me. Well, I mean. Oh, snap. We got Borg all over the place. So they do adapt to it. But you can, ooh, the Baul obelisk. That was the Baul obelisk. Okay, so if you can get your drones to level up in, or at least line up like this, they can all be... Oh, those guys actually gotten... But then again, my security escort is like killing them. But they definitely did get their asses whooped by this particular laser. Now, I am going to switch this one over to one of these things, the remodulator. So it's remodulating the weapon, so the Borg shouldn't be able to adapt. Now, there is a tactical drone right here. Let me see if I can set him on fire. Zwoof, there he goes. He's on fire right now. The fire drone is taking 118 damage to this guy. I'm interested in what the pushback ability looks like. Here we go. Oh snap. Oh snap. What did it do? It didn't do anything. It kind of looked very, very cool though. There you go. He's adapted again, but he's on fire as well. So he has lingering fire damage. And how long does this thing needs to be? I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of like, and I'm holding this laser totally wrong. Look at this. This weapon totally wrong. Look at that. I should hold him right here with this, and I'm holding it like it's like a, it's like a prawn or something. I should be holding it here, right? This is the hand for it. Who are you? Oh, nice. Yay, don't you dare. Alright, so that was the levelless item. I'm gonna go hopefully near the save zone over here and then try to level this thing up with the good stuff from the triple testing server. Now, I do want to mention that these things are not available on the holodeck server, the real server, or the server that we normally play on. So you can't have these things. These are just for testing purposes on the triple testing server. There we go. It's leveled up all the way to the highest level available. So currently that is 15. We have the option to re-engineer these things. So potential powers is just proc. Okay, so proc is a modifier that we are not able to change, but we do have the option to change critical chance, critical severity, damage, kickback, or damage over time ×3. So we do have the option to change that. Now I am going to unlock these two. Hopefully we're going to get damage, and I don't know what a good... Can we have something with damage? Damage, critical chance. Okay, that's fine. These are the modifiers that I'm actually going with. In terms of raw DPS, raw damage that you're taking away from the enemy, this is definitely has increased. You can actually see that. I don't know if it's really useful, but it is a free weapon, guys. It is a free weapon. You guys are probably getting it. You guys are probably having it because it is the 14th day of of the event. So you guys should have it. Wow, this guy's already adapted to it. Okay, fine. He's like ignoring me. He's like, yeah, do your best. I'm just gonna leave my back towards you. Okay, so even though, oh, okay, that was good. Let's see if we can buff this thing up a little bit. Oh, okay, not that much. This guy in a line. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh my god. So I wanted to say that this particular weapon kind of reminds me of the Undine weapon. If I have it somewhere. I should have it somewhere. Let me get a oh, here we go. Here it is. This thing. Or at least the way it fires. It kind of fires the same way because this thing actually leaves behind a look at that. Look at what I mean. Leaves behind a hey, wait a minute. It didn't do that. Oh, there it is. Leaves behind a little bit of damage that whenever people are in this vicinity around this particular area right here, this is actually, hazardous to them. So there it goes again. And it leaves behind some kind of electrical, or not fire, not electrical, fire kind of damage on the ground. So whenever people are in here, the enemies, you're definitely going to get hit by them. But then again, we are here to talk about this particular one. My thoughts on this thing, if you guys are interested in that. It's a free weapon, nothing to say no to. I don't see this thing being very, very powerful, if I can say it like that. I really don't see this thing being overpowered. Something that they really need to nerf back down as it is currently. Now, I do love this part. Oh my god, it actually fired all the way up. I do love this part, even though it's does not last long. Sorry, words. It's kind of nice, but then again, it stays 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Yeah, 4 second ish. It leaves behind that damage over time ability. And the pushback ability, you really, really, really need to be close up on that. I love the fire though. They are definitely getting burned right there. Nope, there it is. I just don't like the way my character is holding this thing. My character is holding it over there while he's kind of holding it vertically, while he should hold it horizontally with this thing there attached. But this is... Yeah, you can adapt to the weapon, but you can't adapt to the fire damage. And... yeah, it's kind of nice, kind of nice, kind of nice. Not bad. Even... yeah, if I compare it to other stuff that we've gotten from events and stuff like that, I would say it's kind of lacking in DPS. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not one of those guys that really take care of, really wants to go after the highest maximum potential. Why am I in combat? the highest amount of potential DPS in ground or in space. Kind of set this character to be like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been running it for since. But I've kind of updated this particular, or at least modified this thing with the proc damage, and it's just not. If you can compare it with the Bolian, and that's basically my go-to weapon from the Lobai store. If you're interested in getting this thing is doing like 1,000 by just sitting on my inventory, and this thing is doing 177 upgraded with a proc times 3, and this thing is not damage times 2, and this thing is damage times 3. But then again, I mean, I could be totally misguided on this thing. It is a free weapon. You guys are probably doing the event as well, so you're going to get your hands on this as well. I would say it is definitely an awesome thing, because then if you unlock this thing, you're going to be able to utilize this on all of your newly created characters. If you're making a new character, you can definitely utilize this particular thing if you are into that. And I know that you guys have been talking in the comment section about this particular weapon, if it is something that they really needed to add in the game or not, despite this thing being used to kill so many Martian civilians, people, especially with the Discovery stuff. This is like one of those weapons that killed a lot of people. But hey, it is a game. It is sci-fi. It is definitely something that could add to your overall experience if you want to role play and all that stuff. This is seen in Star Trek Picard, and it is now part of Star Trek Online. To be honest, I'm not seeing a really good use out of this thing. Like I mentioned, if you just buy the Bolian for 50 Lobai in the Lobai store, you're going to have so much more fun out of this thing than the Martian mining laser. But then again, it is a freebie. Freebies are definitely good, don't get me wrong. But in value, I'm not seeing the highest amount of damage out of coming out of this thing. The fire proc, the secondary, what leaves behind the line up there, is definitely interesting, because it puts enemies in a damage over time ability, so they're going to get fire damage, and that's definitely interesting. But the primary, secondary, and the pushback ability, or the whatever they're called, the tertiary, the disabling jolt, that puts your enemy in a fragile hold. A fragile hold, sorry. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of use out of this thing. This could be one of those things that is like, don't really, put a lot of effort in it. It's just a freebie, and that's about it. Anyway, hopefully you guys found a little bit of entertainment coming out of my channel. Would love to see you guys on the next video. That's it for this video. Later.